You probably already know what Plants vs Zombies 2 Gardenless is, but in case you don't, it's a remastered version of the original PvZ2 for all desktop platforms. In this video, I will show you 30 different and new features that this game has to offer. Let's start. PvZ2 Gardenless remade the original PvZ2 animations and made them so much better. For example, at the end of the levels, you can see each plant doing a little victory dance. But in case you didn't know, you can actually trigger these animations if you right-click a plant. You can also see them in the Zen garden and they look so good. You probably already know Scarlet's room and how it hides when zombies are near, but in Gardenless it works different. If you plant a Scarlet's room inside a pumpkin, he will not get scared. This is a great combo because in Gardenless, Scarlet's room is not even bad. Gardenless has a lot of hotkeys for some actions like using the shovel or plant foods, but did you know you can even activate banana launcher and mistletoe by pressing the B key, or even the ice room with the I key. The flower pot is a really interesting plant added in PvZ2 Gardenless. It can carry other plants, letting them be placed in the sky or even on the tides. But here is something you might not know. Wizard zombies can transform flower pots into sheep. This means that any plant sitting on top of a flower pot is completely safe from their magic. This is especially useful if you wanna protect some good plant from the wizard. You probably know ice block zombies, that pretty chunky zombie that appears in frostbite caves. So in Gardenless, they added a pretty neat interaction with the zombie. Now, the plants that usually hit the nervy plants can also melt the ice block, making him much more vulnerable and easy to counter. Another hotkey available in Gardenless is the letter A. Pressing this key will automatically collect all the sun and coins on the lawn, making sure you don't miss any collectibles. Porter Gargantua in PvZ2 has an extinguished torch in his arm. In Gardenless, this torch is on fire again. I'm not really sure if it really changes anything gameplay wise, but it looks good for sure. Electric Current got a big buff in PvZ2 Gardenless. He can provide extra power to electric plants. As of now, this works with Electric Pea Shooter, Lightning Reed, Electric Blueberry and Infinite. Electric Pea Shooter and Lightning Reed give them a stun ability when dealing damage. Infinite works as a better Endurion, and Electric Blueberry, well, it doesn't need a lot more, right? This is probably one of the most interesting reworks in Gardenless. In the original, when plants get eaten, they just disappear with no extra animations or anything. But in Gardenless, every plant has its own unique defeat animation, and they look really good, giving them more personality in my opinion. You can see a few here. Do you want more challenge in your levels? Gardenless has an option to increase the difficulty. If you head into the settings, you will find a difficulty option. D is the easiest and A is the hardest. The higher you go, the fewer plant foods you will get and more zombies will spawn. Umbrella Leaf was added to Gardenless and is able to not only to protect the plant from the catapult zombie from PvZ1, but is also able to push a bunch of other zombies, like any flame zombies, or can even protect the plant from the octopus zombies. Bloomerang can now do something similar, though only against the basketballs thrown by the catapult zombie. If you don't want to see the UI for some reason, you can hide it with the backtick symbol, making the window so much cleaner. As of the current version, the Zen garden isn't fully finished yet, but you can already see how it's going to look. Brings back both the night garden and the pool garden. For now though, you can't really do much besides planting, watering and growing your plants just to see them be happy. One neat little feature in PvZ2 Gardenless is in the loading screens. Now you will be able to see different tips that could be helpful in your adventure. Gardenless also adds new worlds. Right now we have Kung Fu World, which features a plant named Resistant Radish, originally from the Chinese version of PvZ2. His main role is being the defensive plant that can block some zombies from the Kung Fu world and one of the events in also this world. But he has some other uses. He can't be shoveled by Excavator Zombie, can't be pushed by Mecha Football Zombie, and can't be pulled by Fisherman Zombie. This makes him way more useful in other worlds too. In the vanilla version of PvZ2, octopus zombies are a hard threat to the plants and Infinite didn't solve that. But they changed that and now in Gardenless, this nut with a plant foot will block the octopuses these zombies throws. And it's really helpful as you can see. In PvZ2 we have a few minigames like Cannons Away or Vase Breaker. In Gardenless they even added back Mummy Memory and added new ones like more variety to the bowling minigame all alone for far future, or there's a random minigame that in the next updates could be added to NAND Mixtape 2. At the time of this video, there is no base breaker available though. On the different world maps, you will notice some levels that branch off the main path. Some of these are extra stages, and after completing them, you will unlock a portal. Finishing the quest of the levels inside that portal lets you unlock that specific plant. There is a lot of you can see, so be sure to be prepared. Speaking of the world maps, you will also notice icons with specific plants. After completing those levels, you will be able to buy those plants in the shop for gems. Doomshroom is back in Gardenless. He works pretty much the same as the original version, but now it's a shadow plant, giving poison to zombies when he glooms them. He can even power the other shadow plants if they are near when attacking. Him and Gloomvine are top tier combos. Did you know you can play Gardenless online? If you go to their official website and click the online play button, you can play a web version of this fun game. It has a longer loading screens, but it's still cool to have this feature. Newspaper Zombie now has the neat detail of moving his eyes, as if he's actually reading the newspaper he's holding. If you're wondering, the veteran version has the same feature, but it only becomes visible once the paper is damaged. PvZ2 Blooming Heart buffs as more of her projectiles hits a zombie, but this debuff only worked for herself. In Gardenless, this effect is now used with all plants, and you can see how strong it is. There is a new sandbox mode in Gardenless where you can try all the plants and zombies in this game. I personally use this mode a lot for most of the content about Gardenless, and it's really fun to play with it. Check it out. Gardenless added night lawns for Ancient Egypt, Lost City, and Modern Day. These lawns only appear on conveyor levels. Before, I talk about Electric Current and his new ability, but I forgot to say that if a zombie eats this plant, he will be knocked back and pushed to adjacent lanes, and of course can push more than one zombie. Doomshroom and Iceshroom are back in PvZ2 Gardenless, and they work more like the first Plants vs Zombies. In PvZ2, Iceshroom was a really strong melee plant that boosts nervy ice plants, and Doomshroom was a plant with 3 growing stages that exploded when zombies ate it. In Gardenless, things are a bit different. Iceshroom is a click trigger plant that freezes every zombie on the lawn, then rests for a while before you can use it again. Doomshroom goes back to its classic PvZ1 behavior, exploding and taking out zombies in a flash. Marigold in PvZ2 Gardenless got a huge rework. She is now able to transform into 1 out of 7 different Marigold types. These different Marigolds has different powers, so let's see them quickly. The red one burns when it's defeated, the orange one explodes when it's defeated, yellow Marigold drops some suns, green Marigold shoot peas at all directions, blue Marigold freezes nervy zombies, pink Marigold summons random mushrooms, and purple Marigold poisons nervy zombies when defeated. In the current version of Plants vs Zombies 2, they removed the Gargantuar status and left them like an empty and basic level, but in Gardenless, they of course added it back and they look as good as it was before. Boss podiums were also a thing back then, but PopCap removed them for some reason. They also added it back in PvZ2 Gardenless and they are insanely good. As you saw in this video, PvZ2 Gardenless has a lot of new stuff, so please check it out, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and Livestar is out.